What's up, B-Girl Jeskills, Cypher Addicts, all the way in Los Angeles, California. I was born and raised in Paris, France, but my background is Algerian from North Africa. Grew up in Paris till I was 18, and then moved to the States, New York. I started dancing back in France. I was more into funk styles, popping, locking. I should have probably moved to the West Coast, but again, I was 18 years old, right after high school, so New York felt like it was closer. It was kind of like the city like New York, so that was the place that I was comfortable going to. So I thought, at least if I go to New York, I can learn how to speak English. I can just keep on dancing and see if that's something that I really want to do. Well, the first people that I met were Quick Step and Rockefeller, and I asked them where I could go and train. And they were like, there's a spot in the Bronx called The Point. I had no expectation, but I felt like, all right, I'm just gonna go there and just, you know, see people do their thing. And so I got there, and as soon as I walked in, I just saw a bunch of like cyphers, B-boys, B-girls, like just getting down, like, you know, and I had witnessed breaking before back when I used to be in France, but it had never really spoken to me. And it wasn't even the dance, it was the culture. Like, it was just there, like, it just exploded in my face. Like, you know, that was the first introduction, like, of just wanting to be part of this. And I actually even totally left popping and rocking aside, because to me, breaking had everything to offer, you know? You can dance on every level, and so that's how it happened for me. When you're not from the US, like, you automatically looked at, you know, as different, or people expect more from you, or they judge you, you know? And I felt like through breaking, I didn't need to explain anything, and I would get that respect, recognition, you know, through it, without even having to speak, you know? So to me, it felt like that was my language, that was something that spoke to me, and I spoke the language as well, you know what I mean? I know there's a lot of people that kind of use breaking as a way to become someone that they're not, you know, as a way to, I don't know, like, again, express themselves in a different way. It helps them to come out of insecurities, to conquer like their fear. But for me, it was more of like my outlet. It was my way of just straight up, you know, telling everyone who I was without having to explain, you know what I mean? And it was always like that from the get-go. All right, so my life, especially nowadays, is a little bit crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But it's where I want it to be. I've always been passionate about breaking, but I've also always knew that I wanted to have a family. So there was never a question of like sacrificing one or the other. For me, being a B-girl alone is not being normal. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? If it was normal, there would be a lot more of us, you know? So that's kind of like how I hype myself up and feel like, you know what, like everything that I have today, first of all, is a huge blessing. I started my journey as a mother with a miscarriage, you know? And so to me, to be here today, have 3 beautiful sons, you know, be able to still do what I love, travel, grow, have new ideas, things that I want to do, starting a new business right now. All those things to me is like, of course, makes my life hectic, you know, but it's also, it just keeps me motivated. So like a normal day, honestly, I don't have a normal day. I really love and get hype about the rise of the B-girls these past few years. I feel like everything that I used to like visualize, it's happening right now. I think the most important, right now, B-girls have to figure themselves out to their full potential. I love the fact that B-girls are getting a lot more exposure and more opportunities. I mean, that's what I wanted to see more of, you know? Whether it has to be with competition, that's one way to do it, but it can have to do with sponsorship, it has to do with just more like platform, like judging gigs or teaching or traveling. That's what I mean by, you know, those are like just ways to offer more opportunities and offer opportunities to those who deserve it, but also to those who have something to offer. I feel super excited. I think there's a lot more coming if everyone keeps, you know, focused and motivated on what they have to do to get there.